Hello. Have you thought about what might happen if you lose or sell your phone? Or even worse, it's stolen. What happens to all that data, your photographs, your video and stored passwords? Well, with the FaceCrypt app, you don't need to worry. All of your personal data is still protected. Unlike other password management or private data store apps, FaceCrypt provides both in one convenient package. If you have sensitive data to store, or a secret to keep, then FaceCrypt is the app for you. Why? Well, it offers an extremely secure data vault for all your private information, including passwords, bank accounts, credit cards, documents, photos, and videos. It is protected with state-of-the-art facial recognition. It gives you the choice of multiple methods of access. It uses vault-style boxes for easy familiarization and usage. All of your data is fully encrypted, even your photos and video. FaceCrypt makes sure all your stored information is as safe as can be should the worst happen. Let's give you a guided tour of some of its capabilities. Open up the FaceCrypt app by tapping the FaceCrypt icon. At the main screen, tap the License button to set up your vault. Tap Continue, and then the New User button. Here you can view the Face Recognition Guide or begin enrollment. There are 3 different types of enrollment: face recognition, pattern lock, and password lock. You can use these methods individually, or you can combine them. Selecting face recognition, pattern lock, and password lock will enable you to set up all 3 of these methods. You need to position yourself so that your face is within the square box that appears on the camera screen. Tapping the question mark icon will give you information about the lighting conditions. Tap the eye icon at the top right of the screen if you need to access the Face Recognition Guide. Tap the Camera button on the right-hand corner to capture the image of your face to be used for recognition. Having captured your initial image, you will be taken to the settings where you can set up the live person detection and face matching thresholds. Once you have made any alterations to the default settings, tap the right arrow button to then verify the image you have recorded. If you have turned on Live Person Detect, you will be asked to blink several times at this point. Once verified, proceed to the next enrollment method, if you have opted to use more than one, by tapping the right arrow button. If only using face recognition, it will be confirmed that this has been set up correctly. Enter a pattern to use as the lock for your vault by touching a point on the grid and sliding your finger from point to point on the grid without lifting your finger off the screen until the end of the pattern. You can also set a hint here to help you if you forget the pattern. Verify the pattern, and then you will move on to the final authentication method, if you have chosen it, or confirm that enrollment has been completed. Enter the password that you wish to use in the password field, and then enter it in the Confirm Password fields. You can also opt to set a hint for the password. After the final enrollment method, you will then get confirmation that you have set up your access methods and enrolled successfully. Next, you are prompted to set up optional Pattern Lock Password Vault Recovery, PPVR. This is a secondary reserve measure to enable you to access the vault if the pattern or password cannot be remembered or face recognition has failed on a number of entry attempts. You can select questions to provide answers to, or you can create your own questions and answers. Now you are set up, you will go to the main vault page, where you can see the individual safety deposit boxes in which to store your files and data. We shall start by covering the main features of the application, and then go into more depth as we move through the different sections. Let's start by looking at the Passwords Vault box. Here you can store your passwords for websites, etc. On opening the drawer, you will be presented with a list of your currently saved passwords. You can add a new entry by tapping the plus button. Fill in the details that you want to store. Enter the password you want to use, and either tap the dice to verify the strength of your password, or use the random password generator to create a new password. Select the length of the password and the type of characters you want to use, then tap the dice icon to generate a password. The strength of the password will be shown as either strong, green, good, amber, or weak, red. Tap the tick button to accept the password and return to the previous screen. Add an icon by tapping the icon field and selecting from a comprehensive list of standard icons. Any field that has a minus icon next to it can be removed if required. If you want to add additional fields, you can do so by tapping the plus button near the bottom of the screen and then naming the field. Tap the green tick at the bottom of the screen once you have completed your entries. From here, you can swipe left or right to move between the passwords in the vault. Tap the back button at the top left to return to the list of passwords. Here you can change the sort order of the passwords. By tapping the Sort button, you can sort either alphabetically or in an order that you determine. By default, this is the order that they were entered into the vault. To change this order, tap the Edit icon and you can use the Move section on the right-hand side of each entry to drag the entries to their new positions in the list. Next, we'll look at the Cards and Credentials vault box. The basics from the main screen are the same as for passwords, except here you can also categorize your entries. You can also create your entry using one of the many predefined templates in this section. Tap the plus button to start creating a new entry, and then tap New Item using a template. Tapping the template will open a list of fields that are relevant to the subject. In this example, we shall choose the Passport template. The category will have been pre-filled by the template. You can then add a description, which is a required field. All the other fields in this template are optional. You remove fields by tapping on the minus icon to the right of a field. You can rename a field by double tapping on the name of a field. Tap the paperclip icon if you wish to add an attachment. You can take a photo of your passport. It will be saved in your vault and encrypted and will not appear in your camera roll. If you have added an attachment to a document, you can long tap on the attachment, or in Documents, long tap the document, and you will get additional options. You can sort your documents in the same way as you did in the Passwords section. You can change the order of your entries within the categories, or you can move an entry to a new category. Next, we shall look at the Documents vault box. You can either create plain text documents from scratch by tapping the plus button and selecting New Text Document, or you can import documents from Dropbox. To be able to import documents from Dropbox, you will need to give FaceCrypt access to your Dropbox account. If you have already done this, you will be taken to a list of your Dropbox documents where you can select a document to import by tapping it. The document will be encrypted and loaded into your vault. Tap Back to return to the previous screen. The Notes section is just like a secure personal notepad for you to jot down your thoughts and save in a secure place. Notes can be added by tapping the plus button and typing in your note using the device's keyboard. We shall now look at the various menus. Tapping Menu on the main Vault page gives you a selection of options. Security Settings is where you can head to if you want to re-enroll or change your enrollment options. Security Settings is also where you go to back up or restore your vault. You can even wipe your vault in here if you want to delete all your data completely. Configure is where you can change the sound options for the vault. Communicate gives you the options to share a review about FaceCrypt or send us feedback, suggestions, or bug reports. Go to the About section if you need help or information about FaceCrypt. We have included help files here to enable you to get to know FaceCrypt better, as well as the face recognition guide and FAQ section. For more information, head over to the App Store or visit FaceCrypt.com.